All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
Episode number 34.
34. Heck yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
How was your week this week, Nick?
Crazy. So, I was down near Clearwater, Florida, in Palm Harbor, and last weekend we came to Fort Pierce on the east coast of Florida because Alicia's parents built a house here. So
Yeah.
we were going to help them break it in because they don't really have any furniture yet. The only furniture they have is 2 chairs and some stools that we brought, and then we have our air mattress that we've been sleeping on. But it's been fun. It's been cool just hanging out with the parents and their cousins here. So we've just been chilling.
Cool.
Played some disc golf.
Nice.
Lost some discs.
I lost more discs.
I hate disc golf in Florida.
It's the worst. There's so much like swamps and just water everywhere. It's terrible.
Yeah, I took Alicia's cousin disc golfing for the first time yesterday, and it was like the worst course to take him to because the first one was water on the left, and like I feel like every newcomer to disc golf, when they throw the disc, they throw it high, so it just curves way to the left. So I was like, all right, just throw it super low.
It was his first time going disc golfing?
First time going.
Oh, Lord.
And it was me who ended up losing a disc. So I lost in like the shrubbery. I couldn't find it. And then we thought he lost one on hole 3, and then we went back to the end and found both of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it worked out.
We went to win a day, and for the most part, it was really good. It was just 9 holes. But one of the holes was like right next to very, very tall grass that you just couldn't get into at all. So he threw one in, and I was just like, yeah, let's just keep going.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like I know we're not gonna find this. But it's been fun. It's been nice being down in Florida. Like, it's weird to say because Florida's doing terribly, and
they're one of the worst.
Yeah, I haven't had any more run-ins though with people veering at me or glaring at me for wearing a mask. So.
Right. What can you do? And you think like, because I don't know, Florida's always like kind of been like the retirement like state, for older people. So it's like, it's just weird that that's like one of the worst ones. But
yeah, you think they would caution, but
oh well, I guess it's just YOLO down there.
That's their motto.
Yeah, YOLO.
How's your week?
That was good. Same old. Nothing really spectacular happened. Yeah, just kind of another kind of dull week at working at home, which I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's just it is what it is. But not really much. I guess we should say that since you're with Alicia's parents, so we didn't record yesterday.
Yeah. We thought that was going to be her parents' last night there.
Yeah.
Before they left, so we went down to the beach and chased after some crabs and caught some fish.
It's cool.
Just like little tadpoles and whatnot around the ocean.
Little tad.
But they're staying for the rest of the week, which is cool.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why we postponed it for a day.
Cool. Well, I guess let's jump into like the 2 games that we've been kind of playing. I played. Yeah, I'll go first. I mean, we've played like a couple of rounds of like Luigi's Mansion. Still kind of just taking our time with it, really.
That's good.
And then I downloaded it because I think we're on floor 12 or 13 now. I think 12.
All right, so you're getting pretty far into it.
Yeah. Still fun. Still digging that game. It's great co-op game. And then I saw Ninjala on the download or on the eShop. Yeah. And I tried to play the beta a few weeks ago when it came out, and I wasn't able to get in. I guess it was like kind of laggy. But I downloaded it and tried it out. And it's actually like kind of rad. I mean, it's like heavily like the art style is like Splatoon. Like it's like kind of like that. No, I don't know about cell shaded, but it's very cartoony and just I don't know. It's like very.
It's like cartoon punk.
cartoon punk. Yeah, it's got like that
Mhm.
that's kind of Splatoon-esque music, whatever. But you're ninjas and you can like run on the walls and stuff, and you have like different weapons. There's like like nunchucks you can use. There's
Okay.
it's weird because like the weapons are like gum. It's like you blow you blow bubbles with like gum, and that's like your
Mhm.
shield, and then you can like shoot it at people. So it's like weird. I don't know. It's very weird. But I played a few rounds of it, and it takes like a couple minutes to get used to the controls. They do have like a nice tutorial that helps you out with that. But it's free to download. It's got like I think they call it like the Jala pass or Ninja pass or something, but it's like a battle royale pass or something like that. But it's
Oh,
the
that's
mode
cool.
I've played is it's eight players free for all. You're kind of like in this big uh open cage match. If that makes sense. There's like a big cage, but
Mhm.
you've got ways to get out of it. But you could do like specials and stuff. Like the one I was using was like a giant tornado that you spawn, and you like zoom around the map and like defeat enemies. There's
Nice.
like some neat abilities where you can like boost up to the enemy or like warp behind them, and then you can like run on walls and stuff and kind of do tricks off the wall to kind of get the upper hand on your opponent. I would suggest trying it out because it's
Okay.
actually like pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna play it a lot. Um, but it's definitely enjoyable. I did enjoy what I played of it.
Does it feel good to play? Like, does it run well? And
It run pretty well. Like
okay.
the connection time was pretty good. Didn't have to wait long for a match. Um, it doesn't kick you out if you want to keep going. Kind of like Splatoon, you don't have to necessarily drop out of the match and get and reload it back in.
Right. That's good.
Uh, I mean, you level up and stuff. You can purchase. I don't know what they call the currency, but you can unlock new weapons and stuff like that, and
And
kind of
that's
like cause.
in-game currency that you're earning as you play.
Yes, you can also buy stuff too as well. Kind of like with
Okay.
any free to play kind of game.
Yeah.
I don't know what their currency is called in that one, but yeah, you can buy stuff, weapons, and the weapons do different things. I don't know if they do more damage necessarily.
Hmm.
It's kind of like Splatoon. I mean, every weapon has like a set ability. I mean, some weapons
Yeah.
have the same abilities. It just kind of depends. They kind of swap them out between each other. I don't know if you can customize like what weapon you want with what ability, but I'm assuming you can't to kind of like match Splatoon's weapon style. That way they can have like different versions of the same gun, or the same sword or whatever, and
Just like
call it something
Splatoon.
different. Um, but yeah, it's like I said, it's free to play. It's cool. It's got that, if you like Splatoon and like that like art style and that like
Hmm.
kind of punkish vibe, I think you'll probably dig it. And the combat's fun. It feels good. For the most part, it takes, like I said, it takes a little bit of time to get used to. But it's not very hard. It's not very hard to learn. Like everything's assigned to a button. You're not doing crazy combos or anything like that. So
Is there like an attack button and then a heavy attack or anything like that?
yeah, so there's like
What are we?
your basic attack button. I think like the R trigger does attack. Your left one
Mhm.
does your shield or your gum, whatever it is,
Okay.
and then you can shoot that out at people, and that recharges. Pretty much everything but your basic attack is on like a recharge, and it doesn't last too long either. So
Hmm.
it's like once you get your ability, you can just kind of use it instead of having to say, kind of like Splatoon. I mean, it doesn't take very long to get your ultimate ability, whatever. But yeah, I would definitely suggest trying it out. I think you probably at least enjoy what you play of it.
Nice. And you said so you play free for all mostly, right?
I don't know. I really don't know what the other modes are. I just jumped into
Hmm.
that one. So I'm assuming there's probably like a 4v4 or something like that, or maybe it'll be coming out shortly or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
what I
assuming
played
they'll.
is a free for all 8-on-8, or a 8-person free for all.
I'm assuming they'll um, add more game modes.
Yeah, and then like
Looks
okay,
it looks like there's a 4v4 team battle
yeah,
and then a story mode DLC. Is that
I didn't see that, but that might be either there now or on the way. I'm not sure.
okay?
There may be. But yeah, it's cool, and like the way you on like in the free for all, um, you get points based on like kills and damage and stuff.
Hmm.
So it's cool. Like you can definitely like zoom in and kill somebody, like take somebody's kill essentially, but you don't get a ton of points. It's more based on the actual damage you're doing. So it's kind of fair in that aspect. Because you could definitely like, but it's also cool too. Is like if two people are in the air battling, they're like a giant. You don't see it, but once you try to attack them, like a giant bubble appears and it kind of blocks them. It kind of blocks you from getting in there. So
Because it's supposed to be like a one-on-one.
Yeah, kind of like if they're
ninja-esque
clashing,
battle.
and then like one or the other, like if you guys clash or swing your sword at the same time, there's like kind of like a quick time event. It's like you choose a direction to go in, and if you go in the opposite direction that your opponent chooses, you work behind him and get like a free like 3 or 4 slashes on him.
Whoa,
So
that's
kind
pretty
of
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I think it has 3 million downloads so far, which is really good.
It seems like it's doing pretty well. So
Mhm.
it'll probably be kept up with, especially it being free to play. So yeah,
Nice.
I
need
would
to check this out.
definitely recommend checking it out because I had a great time with what I played.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you being pretty interested in it.
Yeah. Once I saw like that what was it? I think it was in like the mini direct or something.
Mhm.
Because I almost thought that it was like
a
the Splatoon
Splatoon
developers,
sequel.
but yeah, that's what I thought at first, and then it wasn't. But it's definitely fun. I definitely dig it.
Nice. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I just feel like ever since like The Last of Us, like I've just kind of been taking a bit of a break. I did play some Pokemon too, but not a ton.
Mhm.
Just kind of slowly grinding through that game. But yeah, just kind of just taking a break from games. This Last of Us, not drain me. It's not like it's, you know, like all the reviewers like it's the most hardest core game of all time. Like you just need to. No, it's just like it was such a long game that I just kind of needed a break.
Yeah.
So I've been like focusing on yard work and stuff like that.
I feel the same. Like, and I went through it so quickly so I could finish before coming out to Florida.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm so ready for Paper Mario because it's such a lighthearted game, and it's gonna be a good balance between those two.
Yeah. Hopefully the reviews pop up here shortly so we can kind of get an idea.
Yeah. So we're recording this on Tuesday. I'm expecting them to go up on Wednesday.
Yeah. Because the game comes out, what is it, next Tuesday?
No, it's this Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Generally, it's
yeah.
about 2 to 3 days before release that Nintendo games get reviewed.
Yeah. I would expect to see them probably up early tomorrow morning. Usually like embargo for stuff like that, like I think drops at like 3 a.m. or something on the West Coast. So they'll probably be up by the time we get up for work and stuff.
What are you expecting in terms of scores, or have you thought about it at all?
I don't know. Like from what I've seen, like it looks. I'm a little worried about the wheel style combat. That's the only thing that I'm worried about, just because like I love like the original Paper Mario and 1,000 Year Doors combat. Like I just like that simple kind of RPG style combat, like turn-based or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm open-minded. It could be cool. I mean, I haven't played those games in so long that maybe those games are pretty long too. So like maybe that combat doesn't necessarily hold up anymore. So maybe, I'm just kind of thinking like pure like nostalgia wise than anything. But yeah, I'm openly optimistic. I think it'll probably get anywhere between like an 8, hopefully an 8 at least, 8 and above. Maybe like in the 7s, just depend. I don't know. I don't think it'll be in the 6s or anything. I don't think it'll be a bad game.
No.
I'm thinking anywhere between like a 7 and a 9. And then if it gets anything higher than that, then hell yeah.
Yeah. Because I was looking at the reviews for Color Splash, which came out on the Wii U in 2016.
Yeah.
And that one got like a 75, 76. And from what I've read, like with what is it called? Like pre-release in dive-ins, what are they called?
Like previews or something?
Yeah, preview. Oh my god, I can't think of the freaking word preview. Like in all the previews I've seen, people are kind of alluding to the fact that it's better than Color Splash, but still doesn't hold the same charm as 1,000 Door.
Okay.
So I'm expecting like low 80s.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited either way. I love that art style, and just all the
Yeah.
paper puns and
It looks like
stuff
it's
like
gonna be
that.
really funny.
Yeah, it looks like
Which
it looks like
I'm
it's gonna be
excited
good.
for.
So,
Mhm.
what have you been playing?
So I've only played one game this week, and I love it so much. It's called Crosscode.
Okay.
You've probably never heard of it before,
No, I've not.
and I really didn't hear about it until I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw Brian Altano from NVC.
Yeah, for IGN.
Yeah, from IGN. He tweeted about this game. And he was like, I mean, this so it's like a Zelda-like kind of 2D Zelda-like game, and he loved
Okay.
it. So I checked it out, and it was kickstarted back in 2012,
Oh wow. Okay, so it's
and
been a while.
then it came out on PC. I think it came out in stages on PC,
Okay.
and then I guess it just got a full release on Switch, and I think it's on Game Pass too.
Oh,
Game Pass.
okay.
Yeah.
Game
So you
Pass.
probably should check it out there.
How much is it on the Switch?
$20.
Okay.
And I think it's like a 40-hour game, but
Jeez. Okay.
it reminds me a lot of, and I don't know if you've ever played this, but Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance.
I didn't play it, but I remember you really liking it.
Mm-hmm. Where it's like a top-down, it's almost like
Yeah.
a Zelda-like game.
Yeah.
And then in Crosscode, there are dungeons.
Wasn't it kind of like, and I've never played this game, but wasn't it kind of like Golden Age? Is that the game? Or Golden, what is it?
Wait,
What is that game?
Golden Sun?
Golden Sun. Wasn't it kind of like that? I don't know if you ever played that.
I did play a little bit of it. I remember Golden Sun being a turn-based RPG.
Is it? Okay. Maybe I'm remembering
Yeah.
it wrong. Okay.
And
Never mind.
Legacy of Goku was an action RPG.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but this one's an action RPG, and you're playing. It's a single-player game, but you're playing in an MMO,
Okay.
and you're playing as a character in an MMO that has amnesia
Okay.
and doesn't remember why they're in the MMO. So it's kind of like a lot of it's like tongue-in-cheek, where you're talking to NPCs, but it's like breaking the fourth wall because
Right.
there are
Okay.
NPCs in the game.
So you're like a player that's in the game playing as an MMO character.
Yeah, presumably.
Okay.
Presumably you're a character in the game playing it in MMO.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. I've never really seen this done before. Never seen a single player MMO done like this.
Yeah.
So like the concept right off the bat is really cool, and like the action is pretty top notch. Like you could kind of expect from like a Zelda type game where you're shooting blasts at enemies and just attacking them head on and all this kind of stuff. And you have like these different skill trees, and you can unlock different skills, and you can unlock like fire blast, ice blast, etc.
Okay.
And I'm about 8 hours in now, and just finished the first dungeon, and probably one of my favorite dungeons
Oh wow.
I've ever played. And then like this is like even comparing it to Zelda, like
Wow. That's pretty high regards.
yeah, like just the platforming in the game is like amazing. Like which you wouldn't really expect from a
Top
over
down.
the top down game.
Yeah. Huh.
But,
Okay.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, I might have to check
love
this
it
out.
so much. And like I was just reading about it online, people were like, "Yeah, I put like 150 hours in this game. It's like
Jeez.
one of my favorite games ever." Like,
Wow. I've never heard of it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I never heard of it either until last week. Few issues with performance on the Switch, mainly in regards to going into menus. It's
Okay.
kind of slow. Like opening up your map is a little slow, and then
Is it as bad as Ori was?
God, no.
Okay. Then I could survive anything after that, because
Yeah.
Whew.
And I know you didn't play this, but it kind of reminds me of Control on
Okay.
Xbox. Just a little like sluggish, and like it takes like
chugs a little bit.
2 seconds to load
Yeah.
a different page. I mean, it doesn't really hinder the experience at all.
I wonder if it's that way on the Xbox.
I don't think it is. I think
No?
it runs
Pretty well.
probably perfectly on the Xbox.
Okay.
I don't see why it wouldn't, because it's
Yeah.
pretty low demanding like game.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that I don't know, like something like that would chug or like hiccup on the Switch, because I mean the Switch is not a weak system. Like I mean, yes, it's weaker than like PS4 and Xbox One, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
there's
not a developer, so I don't know what goes into all that stuff. So
just develop
Develop.
Okay.
Do it better.
No,
Patch it later.
Yeah, patch it. Release it now. Patch it later. That's our motto at Activision. But it's really good. Like,
Cool. Well, I would
couldn't
definitely have to
recommend it
check it out.
enough. Yeah.
Cool. Well, two pretty good recommended games then.
Yeah, I need to download Ninjala. I actually need to tell Alicia's cousin to download that too, because he was asking about any free games.
Yeah, I was gonna. I meant to, because I was playing Friday night, and I meant to tell Kaylee, but she was already asleep, and I ended up forgetting. But I need to tell her.
Forgot to tell your daughter about.
Yeah. I forgot, but
she'd probably love it then if she.
Yeah.
She likes Splatoon so much.
Oh, she loves when she hadn't really played it. She's just on that huge Fortnite kick.
Is it still going on?
It's still going on. It's like 6 hours.
Is she good? Is she pretty good at?
I don't know. Most of the time she shows me, like, I know she's like levels up and stuff. Most of the time she shows me that she'll just play with her friends and they'll do like build mode, which I didn't even know that was in there. Like, it's kind of like a Minecraft mode where you can build stuff, build fortresses and stuff like that. So she shows me a lot of that stuff, like what she's built. But it looks good. So I don't know. It's probably something better than I could do, or whatever. It's no obstacle in Far Cry, but
it can never be obstacle.
What is?
Yeah, I was when I last saw Kaylee, she asked me if I could do. I think it was like a 360 build or something.
Like what? What is that?
I think it's when you build like 4 walls and a set of stairs. Like in a second. I was like, I don't think I can do that.
Okay, like actually like building while you're okay.
Yeah. Like kind of like building and moving upwards at the same time.
I could never like I really enjoy the shooting in that game, but just the building I find so just I hate it.
It's obnoxious, I think.
Yeah, because it's like you snipe somebody from across the map, and then it's like if they have a shield or something and they don't die, it's just like all of a sudden it's like and they've got like a castle. Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm running away from you because you're clearly going to beat me. Although, like, playing on the Switch, like, I found, like, it was a lot easier to get kills just because, like, people aren't as good. But, what can you do?
You can just not play.
Yeah, right. Anything else that you've been kind of dabbling, or was that, you said that was it?
That's it. But cool. I do have a question of the week prepared.
Okay,
for this
cool.
week.
Sweet.
Yeah, just forewarned.
All right, cool. Well, there's not a ton of news. Well, there's some good stuff. So we'll do it at the
at the end.
Yeah, at the end of the show. You want to go ahead and jump into the news?
Let's do it, man. Let's dive into this.
Let's start off with the last thing, I guess. Just not really news, but Ghost of Tsushima coming out Friday. It's reviewing fairly well. It's like in the 80s, 84 right now on Metacritic, I think, the last time we looked.
Yeah, and then 85
so
on OpenCritic.
Kind of what I was expecting. So I still don't think I'm definitely not gonna get a day one, but it's nice to know that it seems like it's pretty good. So may end up picking it up like Black Friday if it goes on sale or something. That's probably my plan with that game.
From what I've read, it looks like the stealth in the game kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But everything else is really good.
Yeah.
Like the environments and like the open world elements are done really well.
It's really hard to nail stealth. Like I feel like The Last of Us 2 does it pretty well. I feel like Metal Gear Solid 5 like it's probably the best stealth game I've ever played. Like
what made it so good? Because I never played it.
I can't remember. I just remember loving it. Like that sounds weird. I can't remember.
Was it just like fun? Like there were like a ton of different ways to approach
it was just like and then like that, and then you had the I don't know if you remember the Fulton system where you could use your like hot air balloon and like launch people up into your base or whatever.
I think I remember you showing me a video of it.
Yeah. Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid 5?
No.
Okay.
I need to go play.
I might have to let you borrow that game because it's quite good.
You have it on disc?
Yeah. But yeah, that's Ghost of Tsushima looks like it's reviewing pretty well. So yeah.
Yeah. Excited to play it eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Definitely not day one. I don't think, but
no.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into kind of the big thing of this month, really. Well,
this week. Okay, we got.
We got Xboxes next week.
And the Nintendo Switch Direct, or Nintendo Direct, July 20th.
Is that what they're rumoring it?
That's what the rumor is. Monday.
Oh man, that day after or the weekend after Origami King. Hopefully they announce like that Mario kind of anniversary package thing.
That's all I want. Just
Yeah.
I want to play Sunshine.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
bad.
for real. But yeah, Ubisoft Forward had their event. Was it this week? I'm having like a brain fart. It was this week, right?
It was Sunday.
Sunday, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. It was kind of a weird day. Usually that stuff, but I guess that stuff usually falls on the weekends for E3 anyways. But yeah, I caught the event or whatever. I guess we'll just kind of go through the games that we saw. I didn't watch the pre-show. Because I caught it today actually is when I watched it. But I didn't watch any of the pre-show games, so I don't know what got announced there.
Yeah, I just watched like the main
stuff.
event. Yeah.
But yeah, they had that really awesome like hyper stylistic Watch Dogs Legion trailer.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was really cool.
It wasn't live action, right? It was like no, it was no way. It was like
almost looked like live action.
Yeah, it looked like a breed between the two. It looked really cool, and then like they actually showed like some gameplay and stuff like that too, with all the options of like recruiting characters and stuff like that.
You can recruit, or you can take over anybody in the game.
Yeah. So is there a main protagonist in this game?
I don't know. Maybe.
Was it the girl? I mean, was it the girl in the trailer? I don't really know, to be honest.
They might be pushing the fact that there's not a main protagonist.
That could be really interesting.
That's cool though. But so I saw like a news piece that said they were only able to do taking over everybody because of their delay.
Okay.
And to be honest, I didn't even know the game was delayed.
I didn't either. I had no idea. Like
I thought they always said it was going to be 2020 sometime. I didn't think they ever had a specific date. But then it's supposed to come out in March.
Oh yeah, I think I did hear something of that, but I just haven't really been. I just like I I beat the original Watch Dogs, and it was cool. Like all the gadgets and stuff were cool, but the main character, like he was just like that
really
epitome
boring.
of like boring white guy, you know. And then the second one looked pretty cool. Like it looked like it was a lot more like punk than the first one. But I didn't play too far in it. I don't know what happened. I need to go back and try it or something. I don't know, but
you can play it on PC for free if you tune into the event.
Yeah.
Or if you could log in.
Yeah, if you can log in, right? But yeah, I'm not hyped about this game, but it looks cool. Like it looks, and I feel like it's for like a lot of us, like Ubisoft games. Like it feels like the perfect Black Friday game to get. Like whenever it comes out,
that's like their specialty.
Yeah, it's like as soon as Black Friday, it's like $30 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, it looked really cool, but just not sold, not day one, not super hyped.
One thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way is it almost looked like a watered down version of Cyberpunk in terms of aesthetics.
A little bit, yeah.
Like that cyberpunky visual style, and
yeah,
you know, everyone's wearing something weird and crazy, and they have the masks on.
Yeah. I feel like anything that's like kind of pseudo futuristic or whatever, like punky, is probably not going to compare to Cyberpunk. I mean, who knows? The game could be garbage for all we know, but I kind of doubt it. But yeah, it kind of looks like a knockoff version of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it does.
Next up was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They finally showed some gameplay of this game, right? This is the first time we've seen gameplay.
They
might have showed it before, but
Elite. I mean,
yeah. How did you like the demo they did, or like the gameplay trailer?
It looks cool. I don't remember much of it. It looked pretty similar to the last Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and I didn't play either the last two. I mean, it looked cool. Like it's funny, like just going like all the animations for killing and stuff. Like after playing The Last of Us 2, like it just looked like cartoon version of Blood, and like, but that's probably gonna be ruined for a while with any sort of like hyper realistic chopping or blood animation or whatever. But it looked cool. I mean, it seems like there's like you take over towns or whatever, you rate them, and then you kind of build your base from there. And they also have like sieges, I think, which is like the bigger version. So I think that's like castles or like the bigger cities or something like that.
Yeah.
So it looks cool.
I
Again,
thought
I'm
the
not.
base building was cool.
Yeah. Again, I'm not super pumped or hyped about it. That's kind of how I've been for Assassin's Creed for a long time now. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about the event, but like I just really wasn't super hyped for anything they announced.
no.
Even, and we're about to talk about this, but Far Cry 6, like, which could be amazing. Like the trailer they showed looked so cool.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they got like I'm
Gus.
forgetting his name, but Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I mean that looks like it could be really intense, and like just like how he treated his son or whatever. And is it set in Brazil? It's somewhere in South America, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think. I know it's definitely not Mexico.
Brazil.
I think it's somewhere because it's something about like a civil war or something going on, and probably like an evil dictator is what it kind of looks like.
It's not Guatemala.
I don't know. I don't know if they said it in the trailer. I'm sure they did, or at least they've talked about it. But yeah, I mean they didn't show like any gameplay, but it comes out in February. I think February 26th is where it comes out. And also these other games, Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, are coming out this year as well.
Cuba.
What's it? What? Cuba?
Cuba.
Okay.
That's where it's like inspired by.
Okay, so it's like a fictional. Okay.
Fictional Cuba. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it looks like it could be cool. I mean the last 4K game I played was Primal. I played a lot. I finished 4. Skipped over 5 because I heard it was just kind of so. And then I played Primal before 5. And I'd really enjoyed both those games. But the time I finished Primal, I was completely done with the Far Cry formula. Like, and I think I was kind of done with open world games at that point because like everything, especially Ubisoft stuff, was climb the tower, clear the fog out, and it still does that. Like I just played Spider-Man. It does the same exact thing, which I understand. I mean, you don't want to overwhelm the player with all these icons on the screen.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that whole formula kind of wore me out. And then they still had they always had like their forts that you had to attack and stuff like that. So it was just kind of the same, like different setting, but same. Like even Primal was.
Well, I think the map from Primal was like a straight rip off of 4. Like the shape of the map, at least.
Yeah.
Because I never played Primal, but
I don't remember it being like that, but I could be wrong. But I didn't feel like it looked like 4, but just by the time I was done with it, like I really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed the gameplay and the using all the different, bow and arrows and spears and whatever. It was kind of refreshing not having guns and stuff like that, but
yeah,
just super done with that game as soon as I was done with it.
Yeah, I really loved 4 and played the crap out of it.
Yeah.
But I never finished 5, and I liked it, but it was just like kind of the same over and over again. Like go here, clear this, save this person.
That's what I heard, and I just kind of skipped on it.
Yeah, I did like the overall setting and theme, and like themology of the game, with being like a religious cult type situation.
Yeah, it was kind of like I feel like because when that game first came out, was it before Trump got elected? Because I remember it was very America heavy, like very, I don't know, politically driven. And I think they rolled that back a lot. Like once Trump got elected and people started getting furious or around that time. I can't remember when that game actually came out. But I remember him getting elected had a lot to do with their marketing and kind of rolling that whole stuff, like a lot of that stuff back.
Rolling it back
as in like they didn't market it as that game anymore. And I don't know if they changed the game necessarily. I don't even know if it was really even heavily like, I don't know, one-sided America, or I really don't know. But I remember that being like a big fuss when that game got announced.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember like
It came out in
the details, but
2018,
it was 2018.
March of 2018. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. So
Um,
that was in the middle of his election. Okay,
I don't.
maybe they
Well,
announced. I don't know.
in the middle of his his term.
Yeah, term.
I don't remember the game being like overly political.
Yeah, I think they were. I
Since
think
like
they were
America,
marketing it as it being very political, but
Mhm.
they rolled that back, and then it ended up not being that. So I think they were just kind of using the current like situation with politics as like a kind of like a buzzworthy thing,
Yeah.
But I think they got a lot of flack for that. But
I feel like if this game came out in 2020, it would be a lot more applicable.
yeah,
It's like it's just a shit show.
yeah, definitely. The last Far Cry was their last thing, I think. But they also talked about more about Hyperscape. I guess there's another demo. I thought the demo or the beta, I thought it ended already, but they said it was still available.
Yeah, I don't know what
I don't even know if it's on.
is.
I think it's just PC.
Yeah.
Looks cool. I don't know if I'll ever play it, to be honest, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to change up the formula.
Yeah, something a little bit different than kind of your average battle royale game.
And I like the lore behind it too. How you're like actually
Yeah,
playing a battle royale. Like,
yeah. I wasn't expecting to have like an actual story, which is kind of cool. I wonder how that will work in game. I wonder if it'll be like kind of like the original Titanfall, where like their multiplayer was their story, and as like you progressed, like you got story bits. I wonder if
cool.
something like that would happen, which could be really cool. Interesting that a battle royale game hasn't done yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so, at least.
Or maybe it's just gonna be like an Overwatch where all their stories just comes in videos that
Maybe
Blizzard releases. So
maybe
we'll see, but
we'll see.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. That's
looks cool.
Of every game.
And then at the end, they announced that there will be another Ubisoft Forward event sometime this year. Did they specify what date?
No, they didn't. I
Okay.
think it's going to be towards the end of the year.
Okay.
But that's cool. I mean, that's good that they're doing another one. Maybe they'll focus on smaller titles. Maybe we'll see some like Nintendo
maybe
third-party stuff.
Yeah, they'll probably show like Far Cry 6 gameplay, I would assume.
Yeah.
Depending on when that thing comes out, to get the hype started, I guess. The next story, I didn't watch any of this. Did you?
I watched like some of the trailers from the Devolver presentation, but I want to go back and watch it because I've heard that Devolver's like E3 presentations are some of like the best.
They are. I've watched a lot of their presentations in the past, and they're very very well scripted. Like they actually use the developers and stuff in their videos. I think I'm pretty sure it's developers.
Okay.
But Devolver they have a lot of good games too.
They do. They have a ton.
Yeah, because I kind of slept on them for years and didn't know who they were, and then like I caught one of their presentations, and they're talking about some game, and I was like, oh, that's them. And then I looked them up, and I was like, dang, they've done like a ton of like really great games. But
well, actually, I think Devolver is just a publisher.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
But they have like the games developers coming on.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Bethesda kind of style.
Yeah.
Or like Microsoft and Sony, I guess too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any other news that you can kind of think of that happened this week?
Just one game I wanted to touch on from the Devolver presentation. It's called Carry On, and they're marketing it as a reverse horror game, and it's like a 2D side scroller, but you're playing as the monster.
Oh.
Like this blob that's going through this facility and just like eating humans, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you eat more people.
That's pretty cool. That definitely like gives me like the Maw vibes. I don't know if you ever played that game, but I freaking love that game so much. I think that developer, I can't remember their name. I think they might have disbanded, but they had a lot of good games for a while, and then I think they kind of fell off a little bit. They did like Explosion Man 1 and 2.
Oh, they did Explosion Man?
Yeah, and Explosion Man, if nobody's played that game, that is probably one of the best co-op games, like probably top 10 co-op games for me. That game is fantastic. It's really hard, and it's really fun. Like, it's just stupid fun. Like, I've never laughed so much playing that game. But yeah, I can't remember their name of that studio, but they did like a comic
Pixel.
Twisted Pixel. They did like I think Comic Book Jumper or something like that, where
Yep.
they did that.
Loco Cycle.
Yeah. I think that was that their last one?
No, they had Path of the Warrior in 2019.
I didn't play that one. I didn't even heard of that one, I don't think.
It didn't review well.
Yeah, I think their last like 3 games they didn't like score very well. But yeah, great developer back in the day.
Yeah, God, I remember watching you play the ball so much. I
Yeah,
think you got like 100% of that game.
I did, yeah. It was glitched too. So like,
you couldn't get the achievement.
Yeah, I was super pissed, but I think they ended up patching it or something, or I had to redo it. I can't remember exactly what the issue was, but yeah, I would love to see like a Twisted Pixel like collection remaster or something. 'Cause that was like back in the day when they did the Summer of Arcade, and they had just 4 or 5 like phenomenal weeks of games. So
yeah, because both Explosion Man and The Mall came out in 2009. Explosion Man came out in July.
Okay.
So that was probably part of the summer of.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. I wish they would bring that back, but
yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I know you got your question of the week.
Yeah. So my question posed to you is, I don't know if I've asked this before, but what franchise would you want to see brought back?
Ah, man.
I can answer first if you want to think about it.
I mean, I have one that immediately jumps to mind, and it's Dead Space. I freaking love that game so much. Just like I really love, like 2 was the best, but 3 was slept on, and I think because EA added freaking microtransactions to that game, which I think put a damper on it. But it did have co-op, which was really cool. But it kind of took away from like the horror aspect of it. But
yeah, it became more of like not a cover shooter, but just like a third-person shooter.
I keep expecting EA to do. I mean, it's EA; they suck, but I keep expecting them to do like a trilogy remaster of those games and Mass Effect as well. But that's the one that jumps to mind. There might be something. Go ahead and say what you're going to say, and I might have something else.
I do want to say, if we get a Dead Space 4, I hope EA isn't publishing it.
Yeah, which
I know that's not possible, but
which I don't know, because I know. What is the developer's name? I know they disbanded. They're not a team anymore. So I don't know if EA. I think EA owns that franchise.
What is up with EA? Like all these developers under EA disband, like Black Box with Skate.
Yep.
Dead Space. It was.
God, what is it called?
Visceral
Games. Okay.
I cannot believe they disbanded.
Yeah. Those 3 games were fantastic. Even I don't think they developed them, but even like the Wii game was really good. Like the On Rails Wii game was quite good.
They did develop.
They did develop that.
Extraction.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Army of 2.
Yeah, which those games are okay. They're not the best. They're pretty nice co-op games.
Yeah.
But yeah, great franchise. I wish that one would come back for sure.
Yeah. But my franchise is I mentioned this earlier, but Legacy Goku. I wish that would come back. And I looked at like the reviews for the old games, and they all reviewed like either very mixed, like high of 75 and then low like 50s for all 3 of them.
Yeah, but they were still just kind of like
they were just fun, man.
Like a cult classic kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of a cult classic, and maybe it's my nostalgia speaking, but I remember it being pretty good.
Yeah, I remember you liking those a lot. I did think of another one, Overlord.
Oh,
Overlord! Like it was like the evil version of like Pikmin. If anyone's never played it, you play like a demon, not a demon, but you play like an overlord, I guess, like a king or like an evil king, and you have like these minions that you have some that can do the water, some that are good at like I think grass and fire. It was a ton of different stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much just like Pikmin, but your character could actually do damage as well, which was cool. Yeah, those two games were fan-freaking-tastic, and they released like a top-down co-op Overlord game a few years ago, and it was garbage. I never played it; just reviewed poorly. So I passed, but I would love to see that franchise come back or get a remaster.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But okay, so they were acquired by Paradox Interactive in 2017.
Because it's excuse me, it's Codemasters, I think, right?
It's Triumph Games.
That's who developed Overlord.
Yeah,
I think Codemasters published it back in the day.
Yeah, they published it.
Yeah,
Where's Codemasters at now?
Because they publish. Well, they do. I think they still publish the Dirt franchise, which is I think done pretty well for them.
Oh, that's like their big.
Yeah, that's like their big
title. Wow, they've been around a long time. Yeah, they just did Dirt 5 in 2020.
Yeah.
Grid.
Yep.
F1, so like every racing game.
Yeah, a lot of racing games they've published.
Wow. Yeah, after Overlord, they just went full racing. Interesting.
Yeah, I miss that franchise dearly. It was such a fun experience playing that game.
Yeah,
and it was very, very over the top and cartoony, and like the deaths were funny. Like the big bosses you fight. Mm-hmm. So it was a good game. Quite good. I think they just added Overlord 2 to Game Pass not too recently. So it's there.
Did you go back to the second one?
Yes, the second one was I think better than the first.
Wow. They
added a lot of cool stuff. They added more minions. I remember liking that one better, and it was like, I mean, of course it's gonna be prettier, but I remember it just looking so good. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how it holds up now, but yeah.
Love to see that one come back. I don't know if it will.
Any other franchises that you can think of that you would want? I mean, you're getting Skate. Hopefully, we'll see what that turns out to be. It might just be a mobile thing, but we'll see.
I'm pessimistic about Skate.
Yeah.
No. I don't know, man. I feel like we're getting a lot of revivals lately.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap, that's coming back. What else is coming back?
How about The Sims, the Herbs, man? How about that one?
Bring back the herbs.
Okay, it was so much fun.
I would love to see that one. Love to see that one again.
Yeah.
Herbs 2, Sims still in the city.
Sims in the city. What a game, man. What a game.
Yeah. A new Sims game would be fun.
Yeah.
I like the spin-off Sims games.
Yeah, they're quite good. I haven't played Sims in so long, and I kind of expected them to announce Sims 5, but they didn't. They just announced it for Steam, right? That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the show this week. I think it was a little bit of a shorter show. Not a lot of games being played, but we got some stuff to look forward to this year. And then, of course, we got Microsoft's event next week, right?
Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday. And then maybe something Nintendo-wise on Monday. So
if something happens Monday, we'll have...
Oh, yeah, we'll be recording. So, yeah, that'll be a pretty...
on Mondays now.
Yeah, that'll be a nice little show. But yeah, I appreciate... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm definitely picking up Paper Mario this weekend, so I'll have a lot to say about it, I'm sure.
Cool. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the show for this week. Appreciate everyone that tuned in, has been downloading the show. Definitely appreciate it. If you could go on your favorite podcasting platform, leave us a nice 5-star review or whatever review you want to. We'll take the criticism. 4-star, 3-star, whatever, man. Don't go lower than a 3, but just give us the criticism. We always enjoy it.
Fine, 2.5, lowest you can go.
Yeah, 2.5.
That's it.
And you can also send emails to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Send us suggestions. Send us, what you're looking forward to the end of the year.
Are you getting Ghost of Tsushima or Paper Mario?
Or both. How do you feel like a possible price increase for the jump start of the generation, going up to possibly $70 for games? That's kind of an interesting kind of topic going around the game industry right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, will that make you rethink what games you buy?
Yeah, or buy less games. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everyone that's listening and watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.